Hi everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Today we're back on the FJ. We've made a lot of progress. Sorry it's been a little while, but designing these bits and printing them takes time, and I got caught up in helping somebody out with a 3D printing task, so that took a bit of time as well. But we've made really good progress. We've got lots of bits to put on today. So first of all, I want to just do a bit of a recap on what we've done. So we made these skid plates to hold the cab. We've got side steps, rock sliders, the brow, the snorkel, all of the sort of fenders, the back body. That took quite a bit of designing to get it to fit nicely and sit over the suspension turrets. So in the last video, one of the first things that I said I was going to touch on would be the winch bumper. I went through lots of designs in my head and I wanted it to fit nice and snug. I didn't want something sticking out either side like on sort of a Land Rover. I wanted to leave the tyres free at the front because it will really help towards that approach angle. So I got designing in Tinkercad, and this is what I came up with. It's a cradle that the winch actually sits inside, and then what I've done is I've mounted one of the AliExpress Warner 8274 replicas inside it. I did a little test which you may have seen on my channel, and to be honest it performed fantastically. I mean, I was, pulling wise, it pulled and lifted jack that was for a van, which was pretty heavy, and as far as I'm concerned, if it will lift that, it will lift this. So I'm more than happy with this, and the good thing with this is the price. It was about a third of the price of one of the normal ones, so I can obviously get more of these to fit on here or on other models and save myself money. So I got the winch mounted up, I got that fair lead put back on, and just as a dummy I've put a hook on there. I do like, they used to be called the Kong hooks. I'm not sure if they're still easy to get or not, but I should have a look for those. But that just slots into the chassis like that, and that'll fit with 2 screws either side. But I couldn't leave it there, I had to beef it up a bit. So what I've done, I've created this metal bumper to go over the top of it as well. Got a recovery eye in there, and just that, I forget what they call these bars, but they do have a proper name. But yeah, so that fits nicely over the top of this winch bumper. So that will fit inside, and it doesn't obstruct the fair lead there. And then all of that will push on and secure to the front, and that's going to be nice and strong for the front of the truck. So let's get that mounted on, have a look at what that is like, and then we can move on to the next bit. There we are, that's our bumper mounted on. No bumper would be complete without a couple of spotlights. So what I did, I got into Tinkercad and I just designed these small square spotlights, which you fit an LED in the back, and then I've printed with some clear filament these light lenses, and they just push inside like that. And with the LED mounted inside, they look like this. And then all you need to do is get yourself a couple of cable ties, and they fit in a tiny hole that I've put in here in the bracket. We just snip off the excess from the cable ties, making sure we don't leave those sharp corners. I'll just feed the wire through there for now. And there we go. Just remember, all of these things are just being put on temporarily until we sort of get round to paint and everything like that. But quite happy with those. I quite like the square spotlights against the sort of rounded headlights. I know you can obviously get round spotlights as well, but I've saved those for something else. So next on the list, we talked about a spotlight bar to sit on top of the roll cage. So I came up with this design. Again, just very simple. Set of LEDs that sit in the back there, using the same cable tie method, which is perfect for this because if you roll it or knock it over, the cable ties will obviously give a little bit. And then each one of those has got an individual light lens, which I've glued in. And then just to top it off, I've come up with these custom, very much like the sort of KC Daylighter spotlight covers. And then each one of those will get a cover like that, so should protect it from stones. Here we have one I made earlier. So there we go, that's fitted. I've wired some individual LEDs into there as well, So we'll just see what they look like with those covers on. I think the covers came out really well. This is what's nice about having a 3D printer, that you can print multicolour. So I was able to print these all in one go. There we go. And hopefully you agree. They look pretty smart, and obviously CS for crawl stock. And they don't take long to design and to print. So if I want to change the idea, then I can. Pretty simple. So I've just rigged these up to a power supply just to show you what they'll look like. And I've gone for the warm white rather than the cool white on these. I think they look pretty cool. Quite pleased with that. Okay, that's enough playing around. Let's get this mounted to the back. And then we can have a look at the rear bumper, and we'll wire up those front lights, give them a test. Here's my 3D printed design of the rear bumper. So I've put a bit of a slant on the back for that departure angle. I've made some rotating recovery eyes. I've used these on some of my models before, but I just turn up this part on the lathe, and then I use the shackles that you can quite easily get. They just use like a 3mm thread. So they go on there really easily. So we just undo the original pin. That slides in from the back. And then just put that, I'll put it in the right way, might help. Put that pin in. There we go. So we've got some rotating recovery eyes, and then one other little detail is I did this toe pin, so that just fits in the back, and then another nice little detail just pushes into a receiver so that can't fall out. And what I'll probably do is just trim that flush so that doesn't get hooked up on stuff. And that just simply fits under the body, slides into the chassis rails like that, and will be secured. And I've also put slots in here for LED lights, so it's going to have stop, and it will have amber lights in there, but I probably won't put them on very often. And then also just printed these tiny little light lenses for the back bumper, and they will glue in once they're done into the slots. Yeah, and we've got that nice little sort of towing eye in the back as well. So once that's all fitted up, that will look something like that. And I'm quite pleased with that. It's all come out really nicely. It's all nice and snug. I need to reprint this body because I've got a couple of little defects in it where I printed it on like the quickest settings. So once I've done that, I'll be a bit happier with this. And then I can print some little catches for the back of the tailgate. We'll just secure that bumper. Might help if I line the holes up. There we go. Now one thing, when you do 3D printing parts and you screw straight into it, don't go too quickly, because the friction will heat up the plastic and it'll melt it, and it'll mean that you actually won't be able to do the screw up tight. You see that quite often. Obviously I haven't got the body screwed on at the moment because I'm lining things up and playing around. So we'll just do these up. And that's what I mean, that noise is the plastic biting, which is what you want, but you don't want to go too much further or you will end up just melting it. Oh, quite a satisfying sound. Now for anybody interested in the drivers, I'm using the new MIP ones. These are the speed tips, absolutely brilliant. I've found that even if you've got old screws that are even sort of rounded off, you can still usually, using one of these, get them out. So if you want to make an investment in your toolkit, have a look at those. Definitely worth the money. There we go. So that's that all fixed up. We'll set the body on, just watch those wires. Should be really cool is the rear tub, shouldn't I? Because we're calling this the body. So we'll get that on. Get some decent screws for that. If I haven't got them out already. No. And for this I'm just using these, they're like a pan head screw they're called. Just because it's got that sort of built-in washer as well. And what's nice with this is I can turn that torque setting down, and I know that I won't be over tightening into the plastic. There you go. So when you get the click, you know it's done up, but it's not going to strip it out. And you just get to know what plastic is, you know, capable of taking what sort of torque setting really. So there we go, that's the tub all secured. So let's flip it around and just have a look at, we'll temporarily wire up those little spots on the front and have a look at those. Let me know what you think of those. Right, just going to give these spot lamps a test. See if they look any good. Hopefully they do. Need a little bit more voltage. There we go. So I think they look quite cool on there. The good thing is obviously if I damage them or whatever, then I'll just print some new ones. But if they get knocked, they will move a bit. So I haven't decided if I want to put them low down or higher up, and I might even put a second set on there yet. But yeah, I think they look alright. What do you think of those? I've put the body back on, or the cab. It's all secure. Just having a look around it with all those accessories added on. I think it's looking really cool. I think it needs some lights maybe up here on the front fenders, and I don't know, maybe just a couple in front of the windscreen as well. Let me know what you think, or maybe that's too many, but certainly like those on the A bar there. I think they look quite cool, and I've just put that recovery eye on there as well. It's going to be useful when winching if I want to double back on it. So yeah, with all those accessories on. So one last thing for this video is this scale welder, and what I've done, I've made it hollow inside, so it's going to sit over one of the rear suspension turrets, but it also lights up with a battery voltage meter, so we can have a quick look at that, and then we'll get that put on the back, just have a look at it. And I need to make up some sort of welding cables for it as well. I think that would look quite good rolled up in the back, because if you've seen the Fab Rats, then they carry all sorts of equipment in there. So I'll get that done, and I need to print like a gas cylinder like I've got on this one, but I'll make it smaller, obviously more of a portable one. So yeah, let's get the battery meter wired up. We can have a look at that. I made a big batch of these batteries with the voltage meter in a little while back, and they're quite good for scale, so I think I'll hide one of those in the bed as well somewhere. So what I might have is like battery voltage on one and then receiver voltage on the other. That should look really good. There we go, got the voltage on there as well. So like I say, I think we might have maybe one of these, maybe one of the batteries in the back strapped down somewhere, and then the welder in the back as well, and then I can have receiver voltage and battery voltage separately, and we can see what we're running through, can see how long battery's got left to go. So our welder will just sit over the top of one of those turrets in the back, and I'll fix it down. Might be able to make it a little bit smaller, but some of these sort of Miller welders are huge anyway, aren't they? So I don't think it's going to matter too much. It still look really good in the back. And then, like I say, maybe hide the battery in there as well somewhere. Well, we've got loads of room in the back for accessories. Probably have a high lift jack in there as well, and don't know, maybe like a spare tyre or something. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the progress so far. I think that rear bumper is going to look really good once I've got the lights in it. I'll get all the wiring and stuff done in the next video, I think. We'll get a powertrain in it, so I've got a decent motor, servo, and then get all this wiring done for the lights. So all of that will be in the next video, so hopefully you come back for that. If you've got any ideas of what colours I should go for, I have got a couple of colours in mind, which I think are going to look really good. And it's sort of colour that I've had in mind for quite a while. But see what you guys come up with as well. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed it so far. Hope you've followed along and liked the build. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks a lot.